Someone like me who's a maximalist, you want to smell like a baddie. It's like fashion, it's a vibe that you give off.
When this plant was brought over in the early 1830s, it was brought over with a purpose.
If you're creating a bespoke scent work, I almost see that as a portrait. It's a snap of somebody.
This is fun.
I don't think that there's ever really been the essence of a Polynesian woman ever bottled before.
So do you think this is going in the right direction?
Your scent journey is going to be with a really interesting wahine. She's a world-acclaimed writer and poet. Tayi Tibble is 29 years old, and in 2023, she was the first Māori ever to have her work published in The New Yorker.
Wow, that's epic. She's an amazing writer and some quite relatable stories, but also quite funny.
Tayi says she's really proud of and enjoys being an urban Māori, and I can really relate to that. What I'm getting from her is that she's young, fun, and just vibrant.
Yeah, I'm also feeling this kind of old world vibe as well. You know, she's talking about the smell of old books. My first thoughts are some kind of seductive, maybe rose-scented, you know, Oriental or Middle Eastern type fragrance.
She also is really a Polynesian girly at heart. She mentions hibiscus, and maybe we could even look into coconut.
You know, the first thing that's popping into my mind when we talk about coconut and flowers is actually gorse flower.
To be honest, it sounds a little bit out the gate, but I'm super open to discovering something new.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
How are you?
I'm good, nice to see you. How
too.
are you? I'm excited.
Nice. So I'm interested, what are your earliest memories when it comes to scent?
I think my earliest memories probably relate to the women in my life, like my mum or my great-grandmother especially.
What did they smell like?
Really beautiful. Well, my grandmother, plain, powdery, more like florals.
Right.
And I think she smelled like a rose a lot. And then my mum, I remember just like a lot of body butters and oils and a lot of coconut and pineapple.
And if you were to describe your ideal personal scent, what do you think that would be?
Do you ever hear that interview with Lady Gaga when she's talking about her fragrance that she was making? And she was like, you know, I have an interesting mind, but I want to smell like a slut, if I'm being totally honest with you. Yeah, I really like the contrast between having something really sweet and, yeah, something kind of to undercut it. I use a lot of juxtaposition in my work.
Right.
It's about like the urban Māori experience.
I like what you say about contrast and juxtaposition, and I use that a lot in making a scent. And that's where you get a really interesting interplay and something kind of dramatic or dynamic. If I was to think of what you could contrast coconut with, would probably be something like citrusy.
I do really like citrus notes. Like I like mandarin and I really like bergamot. I think bergamot's one of my favourite notes.
I think you'll really like these chemicals called lactones. They suggest coconut, but they don't really go there, but they bring a really luxe kind of quality to a smell.
Okay.
And then the other thing is just exploring some florals, I think will be really interesting. There's a note that I'm thinking for you as well that relates to Aotearoa, and you'll have to wait and see what that is.
Oh, I'm curious.
I'm off to meet Riria. She has a wealth of knowledge in the world of rongoā Māori, and she also has some pretty cool insight into the whakapapa of this wild ingredient.
Oh.
How are you?
I am well, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
It is good to see you.
It's nice to be out here and good to see you.
Welcome to my world.
Beautiful.
Shall we make our way out?
Right.
Okay, this way.
My little tool bag.
Okay.
So do you know if there's much gorse up here?
There is quite a bit on the other side of the dunes, and when it comes into season, you can actually smell it before you get to it when it's in flower. But I have a question. Why gorse?
Our client, Tayi, She has a deep connection to coconut. And my very first experience with this flower was just hit with a face full of coconut,
Okay.
which really surprised me.
You wouldn't expect it to, eh?
No, not at all.
When this plant was brought over in the early 1830s, it was brought over with a purpose. Instead of putting in fences, it was easier to grow this.
Right.
Because it took over a lot of fertile lands, it took to our whenua quite easily. But getting it out of our whenua, as you have known through the years, has been really, really difficult. But places like this, it acts as a protection to the ngahere. And if you notice, the bees, the birds, they love the flower. When you pluck the plant, my friend, because it is a prickly plant, eh? When you open up the flower and you see this little piece here, that gives the scent and it gives the taste too. Did you know you could also eat this?
Ah,
Yeah,
the whole thing?
the whole thing. Give it a go, my love.
Don't know if I'd say coconutty, but definitely sort of nutty.
But not unpleasant.
That's right. Don't know if I love it though.
How would you consider using that?
I need to dry it and reassess it. I don't think we're going to be able to make a essence or an oil, so I think I'll have to create my own accord.
Okay.
Thank you, it's been a pleasure.
Mine too.
So, I've got this big kit of goods.
Oh my God.
Bit of a collection of a whole bunch of things.
Oh, I want to smell the whole case.
This is bergamot.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, real citrusy, like more citrus leaning than I smell it in perfume.
Like it helps lift other ingredients, and if you smell someone else's perfume, it's normally due to bergamot.
Oh, wow. This is fun.
I thought we'd try some sort of incensey kind of notes,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
like frankincense. There's a real spiritual sort of energy to it.
Yeah, it smells comforting. It just smells like incense. It smells good. We always had incense going.
And then I thought we could get into some florals. You can go really modern with them. You can also go really old school. You can take it into that powdery zone.
Yeah.
I want to show you some orange flower. This is from Tunisia.
It smells really pretty. It's so funny. Like, I've really enjoyed all these florals and like I wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah. And then to me, an interesting ingredient to present and to sort of use for you, I thought would be gorse flower. My experience with the gorse flower was opening this container and just being hit with the most overwhelming smell of coconut.
Whoa.
So,
Really?
Yeah, which really fascinated me.
That's crazy.
So I've built this little accord because it doesn't exist as far as an essence or an essential oil, and it's my take on it, and I wanted it to sort of smell like what fresh gorse flower in the wild would be.
It does make me think of gorse.
It does?
Yeah.
That's good.
Definitely green.
There is a spice thing going on, and I think the kanuka adds that. So do you think this is going in the right direction?
I guess I'd maybe be interested to see if you could lift a coconut note even more, or even maybe try making it a bit sweeter.
Yeah, I love it. Definitely got some ideas.
Ihua, tell me how it went with Tayi.
Well, I think it went pretty well, yeah. She was a bit, I think, bugged out at the idea of gorse.
What does it even smell like?
The flower itself is pretty subtle. Very, very careful.
Ow!
The fresh flower has this super subtle coconutty scent, so almost nothing.
Yeah,
But-
very neutral.
This is the accord I just wanted to show you. It's made up of orange flower
Look at that.
and jasmine and tuberose and a kind of coconut material.
This is next level. Tropical, warm, comforting, soft but powerful at the same time. I love that she loved the tuberose because it's such a classic white floral. And most people think that it's like a traditional rose, but it's not.
It's different to the other white florals to me because of that creaminess. I showed her some Indian oud, which is pure oud, quite rare and expensive.
Super strong. For me, it's like manure-ish, but in a nice way. Yeah, I love it.
So to me, it's giving the really dark, rough edge.
Yeah.
And then, you know, to sort of blend it all, the no-brainer was just sandalwood. And this one's from New Caledonia.
From New Caledonia. That's just so beautiful. It's creamy, it's coconutty. I've never smelled coconutty sandalwood before like this. I actually think this was a bit of a challenge for Nate because he read her initial brief quite different to me. And then after he met with her, it sounds like she really did want that more tropical, seductive love potion that me as a woman picked up on at the beginning. Just saying. I don't think that there's ever really been the essence of a Polynesian woman ever bottled before. Nice to finally meet you.
Really nice to meet you.
Kia ora. You may want to brace yourself.
Oh my god. Oh wait, it matched my hoodie.
Yeah? It really does.
Whoa, I was not expecting you guys to make it like a bottle. It's like gauze.
You got it. You got it.
Honey. Ready.
Cheers.
Cheers. Salute.
It's nice. It's like smoky, but green smelling. Kind of creamy too.
Totally.
But it does smell outdoorsy to me. But bougie at the same time.
It is quite bougie. Yeah.
I think it's sexy.
Very sexy, I feel.
Yeah.
It's a modern take on an old style of perfume, kind of a narcotic floral.
Yeah, narcotic.
Narcotic.
I feel like your poetry's narcotic.
Yeah, that's right.
Is this the correct perfume technique?
However you want.
Wow.
It'll be completely different on skin.
Very different.
Yeah, I can really smell the oud.
I can smell it from
musk.
here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
You watch it all calm down.
Yeah.
And then the tropicalness and the creaminess will come through.
Yeah.
It's definitely exceeded my expectations and challenged my notions of what I originally thought I wanted out of a scent.
So it's pretty straightforward.
But it's not straightforward though, Nate. You know, you wanted something statement, but something that also represents you as a wahine Māori. And so this literally embodies the beauty of being a Polynesian woman.
That's beautiful, you guys. I think you guys nailed it. I'm so stoked.
Awesome.
I can't wait to wear it out in the real world, turn some heads. Yeah.
And you stop oversimplifying your perfumes. It's just simple. It's not.
I feel like there's lots of similarity between perfumes and poetry. And I really, really enjoyed all the language of perfumery and scents.
It truly felt like it was made for her skin. It just smelled magical on her.
People's idea of what gorse is kind of like this ho-ha thing, but we've sort of turned it into this beautiful kind of artwork that really resonates with Tayi. So
I took with that. I'm really stoked that you stuck to your guns.